Hello everyone and welcome back to the Penguin Panel portion of the Jambar Sports Extra. I'm your host Will Anderson and I'm joined here today by
Scott Chittock II.
And Will Staten.
That's great. Starting off today's Penguin Panel, we got Jambar reporter Zach Flesh with this week's men's basketball update.
The Youngstown State men's basketball team responded to a tough loss earlier in the week by bouncing back with an 85-76 win over Indiana University, Indianapolis on January 30th inside Zidon Family Arena at the Beagley Center. Seniors Bryson Dawkins and Chris Carroll led the way for the Penguins with 18 points apiece, while junior Tay Blackshear added 14 points, all of which came in the second half. IU Indy kept control early, building a 10-point advantage midway through the first half and taking a 39-34 lead headed into the locker room at halftime. Momentum shifted quickly after the break as Youngstown State erupted for 18 points in a 3-minute stretch, and during that stretch the Penguins went 5 of 6 from the field. The Penguins took their first lead of the second half on an alley-oop dunk by Emmanuel Zorgville and never looked back. Following the win, head coach Ethan Faulkner said he was proud of his team's effort on the defensive side of the ball.
The turnovers in the second half was a critical component of the game. That we were able to force 9 turnovers and had 7 ourselves. So we won the turnover battle in the second half, which allowed us to really get out on the break and get some easy baskets in transition.
The Penguins finished the game shooting 51% from the field and 25 of 29 from the free throw line to secure the Horizon League win. With the win, Youngstown State improves 11-12 overall and 4-8 in conference play. The Penguins return to the road Wednesday to face Purdue Fort Wayne.
Thank you, Zach. So, we obviously saw the Penguins there get that win against IU Indy. What did you guys see from that game?
Yeah, I mean, it was the Penguins' third best free throw performance of the season. 51 points in the second half, 22 of which were from the free throw line. When you're doing that well at the line, you know it's going well for you.
And not just even at the free throw line, the fact that on defense you had a ton of key turnovers where you swiped the ball from them just when they were about to score. And not only did you force that turnover, you also capitalized on it, leading to a lot of great scores with a diverse offense. I was talking about it 2 weeks ago, where you have to have more people than just Chris Carroll shooting, and we're finally seeing that from the Penguins offense.
Yeah, and then we saw that again in a game against Purdue Fort Wayne that Zach mentioned there for a second. They were able to beat them in an upset 90-61, which was tied for the 4th most points the Gwins have put up this season and the most in a Horizon League game this season. What do you guys see from that game particularly?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you had Bryson Dawkins, 18 points for his second consecutive game. Rich Rolfe with 15 points. Tay Blackshear, 14 points, also his second consecutive game. I mean, when you're putting up points like that, not having to rely on one guy on the team, working together as a unit breeds success.
And talking about success, especially when it comes to one specific player, I gotta say something about Tay Blackshear. We didn't see a lot of him at the start of the season, but as the season has picked up, we're starting to see a lot more from Tay Blackshear. And I talked about diversifying offense, but there's something else that we need to talk about, and that's Tay Blackshear. When Tay Blackshear plays 15 or more minutes, the Penguins are 8-1. When you combine all of his stats, he plays like a starter. He is top 3 and top 5, beating out several starters in stats like points per game, assists, rebounds. He needs to work on his shooting from 3, but other than that, he is shooting great free throw wise. He's putting up points. He's doing well. We need to consider starting Tay Blackshear because so far he has proven himself as a very versatile piece of the Penguins offense, and that cannot be ignored.
Yeah, and you mentioned struggling from 3 early on, but as of late, he went 3. He had 3 3-pointers in that IU Indy game. In last game, he had 4. So he's getting better on that shooting. Speaking of a team that shot well from 3 as of late, let's head over to women's basketball.
The Youngstown State University women's basketball team now holds a 9-4 record in Horizon League conference play after defeating Detroit Mercy University and Oakland University. The road trip started on January 29th against Detroit with a 59-53 victory. Redshirt freshman Danielle Cameron scored a game-high and career-high 19 points. 2 days later, the Penguins defeated Oakland 72-60. That victory marked head coach Melissa Jackson's 100th career victory. Sophomore Sophia Gregory led the team with 18 points. YSU began a 3-game homestand against the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee on February 5th. For the results, visit ysusports.com. Now, talking about women's basketball, the team. What have you been seeing from the team in these past few games?
Yeah, so in that Detroit Mercy game, it was that first quarter really set the tone for that game. They outscored them the Titans 23-8. Some players I saw, as we mentioned, Danielle Cameron and Sophia Gregory, 13 points, 8 rebounds. What about you, Scott?
Yeah, I mean, as well, Erica King, 14 points, perfect from the floor. You know, performances like that, really, you got to savor, because if it's working, it's working.
What are you guys thinking so far? If there's one player that you could say, I think this person is a star of the team, who would you say?
I mean, for sure, yeah, Casey Santoro didn't have the best game against the Titans, but against Oakland, she was able to come back. She had 14.6 assists, 8 rebounds. But overall, throughout the season, we know it's Casey Santoro. It's her team. She leads the team just mentally as a leader, but also in those points per game.
Casey Santoro is definitely a star. And here's a fun tidbit. The Youngstown State Penguins have played 23 basketball games so far. The amount of minutes that Casey Santoro has played equates to 20 full games exactly.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Sure is, yeah.
It is a lot. She's the MVP. And now, don't forget, the baseball season is starting up soon on February 13th against Auburn. And some other very important baseball news, Youngstown State legend Kyle Kaysen has signed with the Colorado Rockies of Major League Baseball.
That's all we have for you right now. We'll catch you right after this break.
I fucked up his name.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us. And we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Welcome back. As the start of the 26-27 football season approaches, Youngstown State University has made big gains. YSU has recruited 21 players to the team through the transfer portal, including 5 from the local area. These local additions for both the offensive and defensive side of the ball include 2022 All-American Conference defensive back Cam Smith, as well as linebacker Danny Inglis, joining the team from Iowa State after transferring in. Both players have strong ties to the university as both of their fathers played for the Penguins. Other local players include former Yale University wideout Aiden Steffens, offensive lineman Vince Luce from Robert Morris University, and Poland High School graduate Danny Natoli, who joins the team at the linebacker position. Now, I mean, we know football is quite a way out, but what do you guys think so far about these additions, as well as, additions from, not just the transfer portal that YSU has picked up?
I think obviously everything is great news to have, especially the All-American, but probably the most crucial thing is we kept Walter Payton Award-winning quarterback Bo Brungard. I personally, after we lost that Yale game, I thought he's hitting the portal. He's gone. He's gone to the FBS 100%, but he stayed. And the fact that he stayed shows that he has faith in this program, faith that I'm hoping he can transfer to all the other players coming in and staying. I hope we're going to see great things from the Penguins this season.
Yeah, and as long with those players we mentioned in that story, Penguins just signed 5 more signees the other day, all from Ohio. We have a 6'5" tight end, Jonathan Brenner, who's from Youngstown, Johnny Vanchik, quarterback from Cleveland, R.J. Hollins, a defensive back from Pickerington, and then we have brothers Allen Hill Jr. and Alex Hill. Allen is a 6'4" wide receiver, and Alex is a 6'5" linebacker. They're both from Youngstown. So a lot of local talent is helping hope to take this team further than they did this past season. That's all we have for you today for the sports world. I'm Will Anderson.
I did it.
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.